Get there, make your spine long. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Just down dog. Exhale, put your hands down, step your feet to the back of your mat and lift your hips. Inhale, lift your left leg. Any amount, doesn't matter how high. Exhale, touch your left knee to your right elbow for the transition. Straighten your left leg and set the razor edge of your left foot down onto the floor. You could have either or both knees bent now. You could have your left foot a little closer to the back of your mat as a way to modify. Place your right foot flat like you're standing on it. Reach your right arm straight up. Both legs are just as straight as you can get them. So it's not a back bend. It's more like a side plank variation. As you lift your bottom waist toward your top waist, lift your hips. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, place your right hand on the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step your left foot all the way between your hands. Set your right knee down onto the floor. Untuck your right toes. Either keep your hands on the floor or interlace your hands on top of your left thigh, or take your arms to the ceiling. Bend your left knee straight forward, so instead of feeling like you're upright over your right knee, move your hips down and forward until you feel a stretch in the front of your right hip. Breathe into the whole front of your body, so you can imagine lengthening, not from the hip to the chest, but a lot longer than that in the front line. Maybe think from your right toes, up the front of your right leg, up the front of your body, and out either through the crown of your head, or even your fingertips if they're reaching up. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, place your hands on the floor and step forward. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen a lot. Exhale, down dog. Plant your hands down, step your feet back and lift your hips. Take a huge breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh. Empty your lungs completely. One more time, deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Make your legs strong, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen all four sides of your torso. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. That's mid-plank. Put your hands down, take your feet back, and lower either halfway or all the way. Then either cobra with the elbows bent or up dog with the legs off the floor. Downward dog, exhale. Hold this down dog and breathe. Push the floor down and forward with your very strong hands. And lengthen from the heels of your hands to your hip creases. Lift your hip creases more up and back away from your armpits. And then feel like you're standing down more firmly into your legs. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen a lot. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or down dog. Put your hands down, move your feet back and lower either halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra, untuck your toes. Lift your heart. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hold here, keep breathing. So we are on the ball of the back foot. We have all 10 toes, they're pointing straight forward to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer at your chest and lift your heart up to your thumbs. Your left leg does not have to be straight. Your back leg can be bent, but make it strong. Lift the back of your left knee toward the ceiling a lot. Now freeze your hips in space. They won't change at all. Start to turn your chest open to the right. Either hold here or extend your arms out parallel to the floor. So the hips are still facing forward. We've turned the rib cage open on top of the pelvis, and we've turned the shoulders open on top of the rib cage. Inhale, crescent lunge, face forward, reach both arms up. Warrior two, exhale. So you place the back heel down, which puts you at heel to heel alignment. Turn your left toes, so I'm talking about the back foot. In this pose, turn your left toes a little more forward than your left heel. Bend your right knee a lot, and make your left leg very straight. Then straighten your right leg all the way without hyperextending if you're like me, and that's the unfortunate thing that happens. It's a little micro bend. Move your left hip backwards as you reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, triangle. Place your right hand down, maybe onto a block or a book or a water bottle. Maybe onto the floor, maybe with the back of your right hand to the inside of your right leg, anywhere. Without turning your pelvis, turn your left rib cage open away from the floor. Without changing your pelvis, turn your left chest open away from the floor. Then slide your right hip more backwards underneath you and lengthen your right bottom rib away from your right hip. Stay in the pose, take your left fingertips around your left ear. That same loving person is pressing gently to the inside of your left elbow to turn your left inner elbow open. Now reach your left arm straight up. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back with your right arm. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Put your hands down as you spin to the ball of the back foot. Step back and either move through a vinyasa or meet me in down dog. Well, meet me in down dog regardless. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up to standing. Hold here. Keep breathing, take your time. We're on the ball of the back foot. The back heel is spiked up. Bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Lengthen the sides of your body. So imagine you can lift the upper part of your chest. You can lift your rib cage more up away from your pelvis. If you feel extra wobbly like I apparently do today, make sure that your feet are not on a tightrope. You can move your left foot more to the left. Freeze your hips in space. They will not move. Turn your rib cage on top of your pelvis, turn open to the left. Turn your shoulders on top of your rib cage, open to the left. Either hold here with your hands in prayer or send your right arm forward and your left arm back. Then inhale, reach up, face forward, crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. When you place your right foot flat, it should put you at heel-to-heel alignment. Point your left toes straight exactly forward. And with the back foot, we need an angle to the foot. So instead of having your foot parallel to the short edge of your mat, turn your right heel more back than your right toes. That stays true for this pose and the next two poses. Straighten your left leg all the way. Inhale, reach forward, move your right hip back. Exhale, triangle, left hand down, maybe onto your prop, maybe not. Reach your right arm straight up. So again, I'll say my phrase, this pose is not a back bend. So while I do want to prevent the opposite, I want to prevent the hunching of the shoulders or the chest forward, lengthen your heart straight forward away from your pubic bone. Lengthen your heart straight forward away from your pubic bone and also hug your low belly back to the front of your spine. Point your tailbone at your right heel. Place your right fingertips around your right ear. Turn your right inner elbow open away from the floor. Good work. Reach your right arm straight up. Take a deep breath in. Warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. It's a side bend and not a back bend. Maybe that's the title of this class. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Kind of the title of my teaching career. Set your knees down onto the floor so that you're on a tabletop. Set your elbows down onto the floor and interlace your hands. The elbows are on the floor, interlace your fingers. Place your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. So it might be tempting and it's very common to have the elbows wider. It's important for your shoulders to keep your elbows narrow underneath your shoulders. Okay, I'll say drop your head, but by that I mean drop your head like chin to chest. Your head don't touch nothing. Your head doesn't touch anything. It doesn't touch your arms or the floor or your hands. So like chin to chest, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. You can keep your feet where they are, or you can bend your knees. Those are ways to feel a little bit less. You could also walk your toes slightly closer into your face as long as your head doesn't go toward your hands. Stretch your hips up and back behind you, even if you have to bend your knees to do so. Either hold here or only 3 times. Bend your knees. Look a little bit more forward, like you want your knees to graze the floor without actually resting. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your hips up and back. Work your legs in the direction of straight. Either hold here or only 2 more times. Inhale, bend your knees toward the floor. Look at your interlaced fingers. Knees don't rest. Exhale, press the hips up and back. Last time, inhale, let your knees graze the floor. Look at your hands. Exhale, press your hips up and back. Take a huge breath in. Child's pose. Exhale, so your hips back to your heels. Either release your hands so that they're palms flat on the floor, or after a dolphin, especially with additional work, you might like your arms down alongside your body. Slow down your breathing. We've got one more standing sequence. But you remember that your breath is the constant. So yes, it'll be challenged, but we'll never sacrifice the breath just in order to be able to do a physical pose. Downward dog. Okay, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, take your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. You're standing at the top of your mat, feet all the way there at the top of your mat. Shift your weight to your right foot, tone your belly, and lift your left knee toward your belly. If you want more of a challenge here and in the next transition, reach your arms to the ceiling. Firm your right outer hip in toward the midline. So it's a hugging in from the outside of the right hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior three. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. Again, hug your right outer hip in and close your left hip toward the floor. On an inhale back to where we came from, lift your left knee to your belly. Make your right leg as straight as you can. Keep breathing. One more deep breath in. Exhale, warrior three. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. Close your left hip toward the floor. Make your right leg just as straight as you can get it and pull your heart more forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, land your left foot at the back of your mat. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, open twist. Remember, you can do this with your hands in prayer at your chest. Either hold here or place your right hand on your right hip. Reach your left arm straight up. To feel more, turn to look down over your right shoulder toward your back heel. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge, face forward and reach up. Warrior two, exhale. Hold for an inhale. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg all the way and reach forward. Exhale, triangle, place your right hand down, maybe on your prop, reach your left arm up. Place your left hand, either fingers to the ear or palm flat to the back of the head. Turn your left inner elbow open and lean the weight of your head back. Then reach your left arm straight up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back with your right arm. Exhale, hands down, step forward this time, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest, tone your belly. Shift your weight to your left foot and lift your right knee up. Make your standing leg as straight as you can get it. Hug your left outer hip into your body. You can either keep your hands in prayer at the chest or reach your arms up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior three. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. Think about opposite numbers on a clock with your head and your foot. So either 3 and 9, 1 and 7, anywhere in between. Close your right hip toward the floor. Then inhale, stand up, lift your right knee to your belly. Falling does not mean failing. Breathe. Good, one more inhale. Warrior three, exhale. Especially if your outer hip is feeling fatigued on the left side, your right hip might turn open. Especially if you're used to turning open the hips, or you have naturally externally rotated hips, or you've worked on it. Dial your right hip more down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, land your right foot at the back of your mat. Reach your arms up, inhale. Open to the left, exhale, twist. You could do hands in prayer at the chest, or arms might extend parallel to the floor. Then place your left hand on your left hip. Reach your right arm straight up, and turn to look down toward the floor over your left shoulder. And crescent lunge, face forward and reach up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Stay for an inhale. Hold for the exhale. Straighten your left leg all the way. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, triangle. Place your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. Either place your right fingertips loosely around your right ear, or place your right palm flat onto the back of your head. Turn your right inner elbow open and lean the weight of your head straight back. Reach your right arm straight up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, reach back, get longer. Exhale, hands down, step forward, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, and back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Put your hands down, step or jump back, and lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward dog, exhale. And then you can make your way to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes or soften your gaze or pick a spot to focus on. Notice how your breath is moving without trying to change it. Notice how the energy in your body is moving without trying to change it. And notice as you sit here, how your breath and your heart rate naturally slow. And can you run with that? So take control of your breath again. As it starts to naturally slow down your breathing
purposefully. As you slow down your breathing purposefully, you will be able to lengthen your breath cycle. In the beginning of class, we asked, what is it like to inhabit the body? What is it like to be here and to show up into your experience? So I'll ask the same question now after a little bit of movement. We don't have an expectation for change. We're just asking, what's there? Let's all together take a deep breath in, fill your lungs all the way. Open mouth, exhale, sigh. You can open your eyes if you want to. We'll face the top of the mat, extend your right leg straight forward, bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. So that's the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Point your right leg straight forward. It's not angled to the side at all. From hip to front wall, your right leg is straight forward. Place your left hand behind you on the floor, maybe 8 or 10 inches of space between your hips and your left hand. Your left hand is strong, palm flat. Reach your right arm straight forward to the front of your mat, and then your right arm will slice through the air, lift your hips off the floor. So your left knee stays down. Your left knee is on the floor. Your right leg is straight. You can either flex your right foot like I'm showing, or point your right, if my water isn't in the way, or point your right toes so your right foot goes more flat. You can do the same fingers to ear variation we've done a few times, or hand to the back of the head, or turn open more. Like you want to look up underneath your right arm, and then that actually can be a back bend. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sit back down so it's right where we started from. Place the sole of the left foot still on the same side to the inside of the right leg. Face forward, reach up. We're facing over the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold over your right leg. Does not matter how far you fold. Who cares? Who cares? Not me. You can have your hands on the floor around your right leg. You could have your face touching your right shin with your hands past your foot. Who cares? If we're all seeking the same sensation, truly does not matter what you look like. Hang out at your bus stop. Okay, leave your arms low, lift yourself back upright. Other side, extend your left leg straight forward and bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Point your left leg straight forward. Lay your right hand flat behind you, maybe 10 inches, give or take, of space between your hips and your right hand. Straighten your left arm to the front of your mat so that it can direct you. Slice through the air, lift your hips. So the left leg is straight. You can either flex your left foot or point your toes to the floor in front of you. Your right knee is on the ground. I felt like I needed to move my right knee a little more underneath me for support. That might take you deeper into the pose, but just know that you can move your bottom leg. You can do hand to ear, hand to the back of the head, or turn open more, like a heart opener.
And one more deep breath in. Exhale, sit back down.
Place the sole of your right foot, if it isn't, to the inside of your left leg. Reach your arms up. Inhale, face over your left leg. Exhale, forward fold. So there is a degree of opposite movement in more than one way between these poses. So the previous pose creates heat and an upward flow of energy in the body, while the pose you're in now is cooling and creates a downward flow of energy in the body. And with the element of twisting that we worked on in this class, there was an opening of the ribs in one way, and now, because of the asymmetry in the legs, there actually is a closing the opposite way. So take your right shoulder a little more toward your left foot. Leave your arms low, lift yourself back upright. Lie down on your back. Lie down on your back, plant your feet on the floor so that your knees are bent. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. We've got the feet planted. Wrap your elbows so they point toward the ceiling above you. Leave your shoulders on the floor. This is not core work. Leave your shoulder blades on the ground. Pick your head up like you want to look forward, like you want to tuck your chin to your chest. If this doesn't feel good for any reason, skip it. It's only supposed to feel like a neck massage. So you can hold here, closing your chin towards your chest, or move the hammock of your interlaced hands from side to side. Move slowly and pay attention to all the ways that you can be moving your neck. So when I move my chin over toward the right shoulder, I can actually lengthen with the heel of my right hand, like I'm moving the base of my skull away from my shoulders. Set the back of your head, again, gently down onto the floor. Cross your right ankle to your left thigh and flex your right foot, so it's like a figure four with the legs. Either hold here or interlace the hands behind the back of the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Release other side. Left ankle to right thigh, and release your hands either behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Hug your knees, unravel your legs, hug your knees toward your chest. Then bring the bottoms of your feet together. We'll keep the feet off the floor for this. Open your knees away from each other. So the knees are apart,
glue the bottoms of your feet together and grab onto your shins or your ankles, or interlace your hands around the outer edges of your feet. Pull your feet toward your belly button so that you use the strength in the arms, and open your knees, send them away from your shoulders. Happy baby. Separate the bottoms of your feet so they face toward the ceiling. Some people like movement, rock side to side, straighten your legs, anything goes. One more time, release, hug your knees to your chest. You could do hands on the kneecaps with movement. You could do forearms around the fronts of the shins. You could do forehead to knees. Lots of options, whatever you like. You could do knees apart, grab onto the shins, whatever works. Savasana, extend your legs so that they rest straight out on the floor in front of you. Release your arms down alongside your body. Turn them palms face up. They've got the legs apart and the arms apart, but the priority here is your comfort. So if you can make yourself more comfortable at all, take your time and do that. Close your eyes if they aren't. And relax the corners of your eyes. Soften the muscles of your face. Open and close your mouth wide a couple times. Move around your jaw. And then find a resting position that's comfortable for your tongue and your jaw. Soften the muscles of your throat so you're not even trying to control your breath anymore. And release the weight of your body down to the support of the earth beneath you. Give yourself permission to enjoy this rest. begin to deepen your breath and find movement in your hands and in your feet. Find movement in your arms and your legs. And rock your head gently from side to side on the floor. Stretch your arms behind you on the floor so you can take a long stretch. Fetal pose either side, bend your knees, roll over, and rest your head on your bottom arm like a pillow. Press your weight into your top hand, press up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to prayer at your chest and bow your mind to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. My name is Laura. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for practicing with me. I'll see you next week. Zoom, if you want to hang out, let me know. We do these classes on Zoom all day, every day. You can sign up at practiceyogaasta.com. I think this is the only class right now that's going